We are just one short week away from the start of two-a-days, and that means the regular season is soon to follow. Even though the high school football teams aren't officially in action, that doesn't mean they're not keeping busy. In fact, we found it to be quite the opposite as we traveled around the Northern Lakes League.
Life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small, 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Pride on three. 1, 2, 3.
All right!
We start our road trip through the NLL with a visit to Maumee High School. The Panthers are heading into the season under the direction of head coach Mark Gibson, who's been coaching for an incredible 19 seasons. The team is returning 16 starters, although they did lose their all-star center, Jake Hart. Even so, coach is confident in the experience he has in that front line. Plus, Devin Claiborne is returning from an ACL injury and is expected to make an immediate impact. All-League QB Jake Henry is at the helm and has 4 targets with size and speed to throw to. So expect to see a big turnaround this year for the Panthers.
Pride on three. 1, 2, 3.
All right!
A lot of it's the continuity that you develop. Sometimes a kid wants to work out on his own, or said that he's working out with dad, or they go to a gym together or do something like that. That defeats the purpose of team. We're trying to develop a team concept and get these kids closer, and knowing that they are all doing the same workouts, and the energy and the enthusiasm that we're seeing is necessary for our team to come together. If anybody over the summer misses camp time, and they wait until August when the mandatory practices start, they're really going to be behind right now.
Well, we start today during camp. We started by learning the fundamentals, like basic steps, movements, different drills, different things that we can apply to very advanced things that we do later in the year. So right now we're just getting our bodies conditioned for the season so we can be ready to go.
Because successful football teams do the basics better, and that's what we're working on right now, so we can do a lot better than we did last season. Some of our goals: get the bell back, beat Perrysburg, work to the fourth quarter. We had a big problem with not finishing games last year, and I'd like to see that change.
And my goal for this year is to do every job that I can do for my team and help us win more.
Best part about Football Friday, I would say sweating and bleeding with all my brothers on the field, and getting the W at the end of the night.
Crowds and playing in front of all your friends and family.
Winning and the crowd. I love my coach. He's an awesome person, and I feel like he's the best coach for this position to help us win more.
Just the interaction that you have with these young people. You hope that they learn something more than football from you, something that they can take with them no matter what they do the rest of their life. And the most gratifying thing is when a kid graduates, goes on, and you hear back from them, either through a letter, or they call you and they tell you how things are going. They tell you that they're expecting their first child, or you get invited to their wedding because they think enough of you that they want you to be there to share that. Those are the things that I really cherish about this sport. And it's not just about football, it's not just about high school, but it's about what's on beyond that.
Pride on three. 1, 2, 3. Bobcat Pride.
Next up, BG High. Head coach Dirk Connor and the Bowling Green Bobcats are making sure they are keeping fit in the offseason. The team is returning some strong skill position players, including their best running back, Bryant Dybel. Although the team does have a quarterback battle going on between Dylan DeHanis and Spencer Rader, Coach feels confident his team can compete with the best of them this year.
Our focus in the summer is really more on getting in football shape, getting in condition for August. You know, we tell our kids we want to get a little bit bigger, maybe put on some weight throughout the winter and spring, and then we try to run the fat off of them and get them in shape for August so we're winning games in the fourth quarter.
We're just working hard, trying to better our team, get bigger, stronger, faster, just trying to be a better team for the team.
Yeah, I'm usually more show by example. I don't usually yell at guys too much, but I always try to work as hard so other players see me work and I can influence them positively. Our big goal is play 15 games this year. We definitely want to make it as far in the playoffs as possible. That's our main goal, get to the playoffs and go as far as we possibly can.
Coach Connor over here tells us there's millions of players up every morning practicing, every morning lifting weights. It's not being here that's special, it's what you put into it that can make it special.
Offense on three.
1, 2, 3. Offense!
I love you.
Let's head back north a little to Perrysburg, where the Yellow Jackets are flying into the season with a team loaded with talent. The guys will have 13 seniors leading the squad and return a couple of key players from last year, including third-team All-Ohio wideout and corner Noah Lenz and the signal caller Spencer Bacchus. Not only that, the Jackets have been up and at 'em at 6 a.m., 3 days a week, all summer long, training hard to get ready for the upcoming season.
Well, our goals will be defined once we start two-a-days. We prefer to do a 1 week at a time kind of thing, where we're not really looking down the road at league championship playoffs, that kind of thing. If we practice 1 day at a time and play 1 week at a time, we'll eventually get to that point and work on those things.
We have workouts every other morning, and we hang out with each other off the field and stay together as a team and do everything together pretty much, so we can be together as a unit, and we can know each other very well, know when we're on or off as a team.
I mean, I'm a pretty verbal speaker. I mean, I'm not afraid to yell at some kids sometimes, but I lead by example too. Just go out there, try as hard as I can, and the people behind me do the same thing. I mean, it's really a mental thing. If preseason's tough, then we won't think two-a-days are tough or anything, and it'll just be a whole lot easier.
What is the best part about Football Friday?
I'd say mostly the atmosphere, seeing the full set of stands, and getting to go out, the physicality of the game, just love hitting people.
Oh, everything's great about it. The fans are great. We have a packed stadium every week usually, and it's a really great atmosphere here.
Make the most of every day, because you never know when that last snap is going to come. You know, fortunately for us, last year it was in the regional or the state semifinal game, but you got to make the most of every play and enjoy every day, because you don't know when the last snap's going to come.
We want to start winning games. We need to step up and look adversity in the face and start attacking it a little bit. I know we're sweaty, I know we're tired, I know things are hard. We got to stick our eyes and our chest up and find a way to go at adversity and make it happen the right way for us. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir. We continue our road trip through the NLL with a trip to Anthony Wayne. The Generals are heading into the season under the direction of first-year head coach Andy Brungard, who's leading a very young but hungry team into battle this season. The squad may have a whole new system to learn, but they're big up front, have a strong team bond, and above all, are focused on competing.
My number one goal is to get better every day. That is my number one goal for these kids. If we can take it 1 day at a time and get better from there, and just push each other to be the best we can be, I think we'll go far, but we have to just start with getting better each day.
One thing we're really focusing on is the upbeat and the intensity of our practices and stuff and everything around. One thing Coach Brungard really stresses, everything starts in the weight room. So every single day, we're waking up at 5:30 in the morning, working out at 6 o'clock.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to help this team win, and I'm gonna try to motivate everyone, be as best of a leader as I can be. And I just want to win. I'm tired of losing. I keep telling everybody that in the team, I'm tired of losing, and I'm ready to just go out there and get the W.
How's it been so far with him?
I really like what he's brought to the table. We're competing a lot more this year, getting after it, grinding early in the morning. It's been hot this past week, but we're getting through it.
Nothing comes easy. Everything's worked for. One quote Coach Brungard always uses is, everybody wants to be great until it's time to do what greatness requires. So we got to show up and put our work in if we want to succeed.
Funnest part, the companionship. I take the field with my brothers. We go out there, we fight, we do everything we can to win, and at the end of the day, we hold our heads high, knowing that we did a good job.
Let's go! Season battle on 3! 1, 2, 3, season battle!
Next up, Sylvania Northview. Head coach Doug Downing is entering his third year as the head honcho and is bringing with him over 20 years of Division I experience. The Yellow and Black are returning 11 starters from last season and are loaded with talent at their skill positions. Although there may be a quarterback competition brewing, as Matt Bishop will be competing for that starting spot against the team's new 6'7" transfer signal caller. All in all, Coach Downing is focused on making that positive change in Cats country.
1, 2, 3,
That's been really good. Obviously, the biggest thing when I came in is I established the fact that we wanted to make sure that we were work ethic was good and positive attitude was good. And I think those are the things that we wanted to make sure that we did, and we had to have that right. So I mean, that's to me is the biggest thing for it.
Right now we're just getting started. We have camp coming up on August 1st. So right now we're doing a lot of throwing, conditioning, and getting started on our lifting, getting ready for our first game. The goal is to go 1-0.
Well, I'm lifting a lot and making sure my conditioning's good and practicing my form so I can get the form right when it's time to play football.
Why is it important that you do that before the season?
Because if I do it before the season, it will become naturally. And if it's naturally, I will be able to do well this season.
My favorite thing about football is just being with the guys, all the teammates, hanging with them every day. You know, we have 2 days, spend a lot of time together, and then coming out here on Friday nights and playing with them. It's great.
It's just emotion. It's emotional if you win, if you lose. It's fun. Just the crowd going wild when you score, or different big plays like that.
Just like being under the lights is like a good feeling. Winning is a good feeling. Just being with your friends when you have that win is just a great feeling.
Over in Cougars country, Coach Mazies and company are looking to make it to the playoffs this year and are starting by having a little fun in the off season.
I don't know how many years ago it was, we picked up an activity that Ohio State was doing. I think maybe they called it March Madness, and unlike the basketball kind of March Madness, they had competitions between the different groups in the weight room, and you know, one guy'd be lifting and his team would be cheering their brains out like you just saw a few minutes ago. And so we said, well, we're going to do that, and we'll do it in July, and it'll be a great workout, and it's kind of a more fun way to get in shape.
It's important because you need the chemistry, you need the fun, you need the adrenaline with each other. You know, you just need to work together and get through everything we do. For this next season, I want everybody to work hard. We got a really young team. We're kind of small, but everybody works hard. And I really believe we can do something big because everybody's sleeping on us.
And it's my senior year, so I'm going to play my hardest, and I hope everybody else does the same for me. And I just want to see how far we can make it with the group of guys I have.
I like to win every game in the NLL. That's my goal. If we do that, we have a good chance of making the playoffs, and I haven't been able to do that as a Southview Cougar, so that'd be real nice to do.
I'm going to make sure I push everybody as hard as I push myself so we can do as good as we possibly can. You know, we're not the biggest team, like I said earlier, but I really do believe we can do something big if we all work together.
What is this team like?
It's fun. Every day is a blast, coming out here, working hard with my brothers. The games, the excitement, the student section going crazy when you score a touchdown, stuff like that just gets you pumped up. You don't get tired at all. You don't even feel it till the next morning.
Mazie's the best coach I've ever had. He really cares for the people, really cares for the team. You know, young or old, he'll treat you the same, whether you're good or bad. He'll always push you, and he'll make sure you do as good as you can to help the team.
Seeing a kid have that moment where he realizes what you've been trying to get him to do is a really good thing, and he can do it. And it's not necessarily the thing about football, it's the thing about becoming a young man.
Good work on three, ready? 1, 2, 3, go work!
Last but not least, our final stop on the tour through the NLL. It's time to hit the field in Blue Devils country. Head coach Pat Cacciardo is leading his high-octane offense into the season with a goal of continuing that progressive success. When he took the helm 4 years ago, his team was 1-9. Last season, they flipped the script and earned a 9-1 record, leading the state of Ohio in scoring. One thing to note, this team has their eye on a state title.
We look at it like a big puzzle, and everything's a piece to that master puzzle. And you know, weight training, I think that's where the majority of the preparation to win games starts in December, January, February. I tell the kids all the time, that's where you win games. You don't win games in 2-a-days. Those games are won and lost in the weight room.
Today we're doing elite testing. This testing to be who's like the elite people on the team, and it's very important. You get a patch if you get elite, and if you're a second-year elite person, I believe you get like a wristband or something like that.
I'm looking forward to the Friday night underneath the lights. Everybody comes around from the community, gets all together, just cheer for us and everything, and that's the most exciting part for me, really.
What motivates you to keep coming in here and working hard?
You know, I'm really just trying to do it for the team. You know, I'm really trying to have a better season, like I said again. Like, I'm really trying to have a better season than I had last year. And I'm really just trying to put in a lot of work so we can have a really good record and make Springfield known.
Tell me a little something about your coach. What's he like?
Oh, he's like another father figure, you know. Like, he's always there for you, always motivating you, always texting you after 7-on-7, how you doing? How's your pull a calf or sprained ankle? He's just always there for you.
What's the best part about Football Friday?
The intensity, oh my, it just gives you goosebumps just thinking about it. It's just amazing.
Either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals.
Napoleon, the last team in the conference to preview, and we'll touch base with them come the regular season.